horror movies, the final girl is the central protagonist who outlasts her friends, but her characterization also contains carefully constructed social commentary about how a girl should behave if she's going to survive.
I forgot my chemistry book.
So who cares? I always forget my chemistry book and my math book and my English book and my French book and, well, who needs books anyway? I don't need books.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most badass last women standing. Plus, we're breaking down how they've come to define or subvert the trope.
You have final girl potential. The rest of us, goth, geek, gay, not a chance. We're usually the first body that drops.
Number 10, Sally Hardesty, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. After crossing paths with Leatherface and his cannibalistic family of creatures, Sally is a total wreck. She witnesses the murder of her brother and finds the corpses of all of her friends. Sally's then subjected to one of the most unnerving sequences of torture in film history, but manages to free herself. She ultimately escapes with one of the most triumphant grins, forever changed by the terrible events that she's experienced. Though Sally and the film itself are undoubtedly iconic additions to the world of horror, this final girl ranks low because she doesn't get to do much outside of scream and run. Number 9, Maxine Minx, X. Most final girls of the 70s and 80s abided by a specific set of rules. They were ingenues with bookish natures, they abstained from sex, and they didn't experiment with drugs or alcohol. Maxine follows none of those.
This is gonna work.
In fact, we meet her as she's en route to star in a barnyard-themed adult film.
I could give you a ride.
This raunchy final girl, played by up-and-coming scream queen Mia Goth, does fall into the trappings of screaming, but she survives the night. Maxine is often depicted as morally ambiguous, even becoming something of a villain by the third film. This complexity sets her apart from the earnest but dated final girl mold. Number 8, Kirsty Cotton, Hellraiser. She survived a murderous mother and creepy resurrected uncle. She contended with a gang of impish Cenobites from another realm, and she actually outsmarted the final boss, Pinhead.
Go to hell!
Kirsty truly went through hell and back. It takes a truly special final girl to come out on top in a nightmarish world like Hellraiser. Unlike some of the others on this list, she doesn't rely on brute force to make it out alive. Instead, she leans on her smarts and bartering skills to reverse the curse.
I can lead you to hell, and you can take him back instead of me.
I want to hear him confess himself. Then, maybe...
While the classic horror film is most known for its iconic villain designs, Kirsty reappears in a number of sequels to reassert her legacy. Number 7, Dani Ardor, Midsommar. What makes Dani a fascinating final girl is that she doesn't ultimately defeat the evil, she embraces it. And we're actually proud of her for it.
Stop, it's fine.
What? You didn't think I forgot, did you? I'm sorry.
Dani's inattentive boyfriend repeatedly ignores her warnings, even after witnessing a particularly gruesome ceremony.
Are you not disturbed by what we just saw?
Yeah, of course I am. I'm trying to keep an open mind, though. It's cultural, you know?
By the time enough of his buddies have disappeared, Dani has already conceded, beaten down by relentless psychological manipulation and, well, some psychedelic drugs.
Is it tomorrow?
Once she's been crowned the May Queen, though, she realizes the Haga community can offer her more than the world that she'd left behind, and certainly more than her hapless man, who she's delighted to see paralyzed and lit on fire. To finally be heard and felt triumphs over the chore of supporting a stupid group of comrades. So, with no family left, she finds a new one, the Haga cult.
To our May Queen! Välkommen! Skål! Skål!
Number 6, Grace Ledomas, Ready or Not. Grace starts the film in a white wedding dress, symbolizing final girl purity. Her groom, Alex, comes from a wealthy lineage that harbors a dark secret. Throughout the night, his family attempts to murder her as part of an old ritual.
It says hide and seek. Are we really gonna play that?
But despite having no true preparation or training, she proves to be resourceful, even weaponizing her now blood-soaked gown to take down the assailants. Rather than contending with one lumbering boogeyman, Grace has to fend off the entire Ladomas family before morning. What makes her a memorable final girl is how hard she fights to win the cat and mouse game.
Grace?
Plus, that final shot of her lighting a cigarette as the estate burns is pure camp. In fact, fellow final girl Margot sort of pays homage to it when she bites into that cheeseburger at the end of the menu. Number 5, Erin Harson, you're next. You're at a lovely dinner gathering, and a group of masked murderers have just laid siege to your family's vacation home. You might imagine that you'd find yourself sliced up like the poultry on the table, and many of the characters in You're Next do, but not Erin.
Grab anything sharp or heavy that might make a good weapon, but you need to do it fast, we've got to be upstairs.
This former survivalist is more than equipped to handle these assassins, proving herself to be a formidable final girl. In fact, the killers soon regret running into her. Think The Strangers meets Home Alone. She avoids the cliches of a typical home invasion victim, proven to be even more cunning and savage than Ready or Not's Grace. By tapping into her training, she completely outfoxes the evil posse. Think of Erin like a sort of wish fulfillment exercise after watching decades of weak final girls stagger to the finish line.
Where's Felix?
I stuck a blender in his head and killed him.
Number 4, Nancy Thompson, A Nightmare on Elm Street. Nancy is a staple final girl because of how closely she conforms to what early slasher directors wanted the type to stand for.
Glenn, not now.
She's been dealt a bad hand with absent parents, but grows throughout the film as she's forced to face off with a monster that stalks her nightmares.
I've got to see Rod Lane again.
You know, I took the night shift so I could get some peace and quiet.
Look, it's urgent!
She's determined to retain her good girl personality, even while battling Krueger. And through pure courage and will, she seemingly vanquishes him from her mind. Nancy personifies both the tenets of her trope and the struggles of her generation.
Glenn, answer the phone.
Glenn's asleep. You'll have to talk to him tomorrow. You've just got to be firm with these kids, that's all. Let's go.
Even if she's designed to communicate to audiences how a proper young lady should conduct herself, her proactive grit makes her one to remember.
I take back every bit of energy I gave you. You're nothing.
Number 3, Sidney Prescott, Scream. Most viewers return to horror franchises to see the killer repeatedly rise from the dead and slay a new group of young game. But Scream does the opposite. The killer is different every time, and it's final girl Sidney who steals the show.
I'll send you a copy.
Oh, jeez. Nice shot.
Bitch.
A meta-horror comedy, the series pokes fun at the filmmaking conventions that had long been established into the genre.
But us, we're gonna carry on and plan the sequel, because let's face it, baby, these days, you gotta have a sequel!
Despite this, Sidney still manages to be selfless, realistic, and clever, trademarks of a good final girl. She appears in almost every sequel, squashing a number of ghost faces. And the series interrogates the PTSD that comes with so many near brushes with death.
Really, I am the one who's been selfish and self-absorbed with all this post-traumatic stress.
There simply is no Scream without Sidney Prescott, and for that, she will always be an icon.
You forgot the first rule of surviving a stab movie. Never answer the...
I'm bored.
Wait!
Number 2, Ellen Ripley, Alien. Okay, Ripley has a leg up on a lot of the other final girls. She's a flight officer aboard an intergalactic spacecraft, placing her in another league. Though she's not a soldier, she proves to be combat ready, evolving into one of the most badass horror heroines of all time.
We'll move in pairs, we'll go step by step and cut off every bulkhead and every vent until we have it cornered, and then we'll blow it the f*** out into space. Is that acceptable to you?
Even with xenomorphs breathing hot, slimy breath in her face, Ripley proves that she has what it takes to survive.
This is Ripley, last survivor of the Nostromo.
By responding to situations logically and taking control even when she's undermined, Ripley clears the rest of the crew when it comes to aptitude.
Listen to me, if we break quarantine, we could all die.
Look, could you open the goddamn hatch? We have to get him inside.
No.
I can't do that, and if you were in my position, you'd do the same.
Her strong sense of humanity carries her through the sequels, making her both believable and easy to root for.
We made it.
I knew you'd come.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honourable mentions. Evil Dead Rises' Beth for surviving a terrifying amalgam of Deadites. Praise Naru for doing the unthinkable to earn the title of War Chief. I Know What You Did Last Summer's Julie James for piecing together the supernatural puzzle.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Laurie Strode, Halloween. The definitive prototype, the ultimate final girl. Not only is Halloween the most instantly recognisable horror franchise in history, but Laurie perfects the classic final girl formula.
Have her call me when she gets home, though. I have Lindsay here and I want to know what time to put her to bed.
She's straight-laced, studious, and takes on a leadership role when required. Unlike her aloof friends, she takes her responsibilities seriously, including defending the children that she's babysitting from a serial killer on the loose. Even after stabbing him with a knitting needle, Michael Myers rises like the Undertaker. But Laurie remains determined, using the entire town to create distance and buy time.
Tell me to get upstairs. What is it? Go right upstairs, get Lindsay, lock the bedroom door. Do as I say! Hurry!
In the reboot, she's a hardened survivalist, locked down in her compound until he comes for her again.
Do you know that I pray every night that he would escape?
What the hell do you do that for?
So I can kill him.
Laurie's resilience and fortitude gets her through each film, leading to an ultimate showdown that cements her legacy. Which final girl is your favourite? Comment who you'd most like to team up with below.